Only in Newsday, the toxic threat hidden underground in one East End community and what the county plans on doing about it. The political party chairwoman who police say was behind the wheel of that car is now facing a new charge. And the local grocery chain that's looking to take over King Kullen stores all across the island. You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Booth. We'll have more on those stories in a few moments, but first, experts say the island's affordable housing crisis may be leaving renters exposed to costly scams. Virginia Huey explains what to look out for so you don't become a victim.
Truly, it's been a nightmare.
During her year-long search for an affordable apartment, Judith D'Amelio found herself dodging one scam artist after another, trying to trick her into turning over her money or personal information online.
What they do is they copy and paste the MLS listing, and then they create their own listing, if you will, and they put it on Facebook, on the marketplace, that they are the owners, of which they're not.
D'Amelio showed Newsday text messages from two scammers, one claiming to rent a first-floor apartment inexplicably with a balcony for $825 in Riverhead. Turns out it was a fake listing.
I think it's absolutely disgusting.
D'Amelio says another fraudster asked her to pay for an application fee by buying an Apple gift card.
And I'm sure I'm not the only person that this has happened to who has lost money or got disgusted.
D'Amelio is right. According to the Federal Trade Commission, around 65,000 rental scams have been reported since 2020, amounting to about $65 million in losses. But the agency says many scams go unreported, so these numbers may only be the tip of the iceberg.
Generally, there are two types of scams. One is called the hijack. That's where there is a real rental, but the person offering it to you is not the real person. The other one is called the phantom, where there isn't an actual rental, though the property may be real, and they're making up that it's for rent.
Long Island's housing shortage may be making things worse.
So what that means is the competition is really fierce. So people who are really desperate for a new home might want to move faster than maybe they should, and maybe more likely to click a sketchy link or to send a scammer money in the hopes of finding an affordable apartment.
Experts say would-be renters should do their homework. Look up real estate agents on New York State's online database to verify they are real. You can also look up legitimate owners of apartment buildings through Nassau and Suffolk property records, and be on alert for red flags.
If someone is asking you for more than $20 for a credit check, that's a red flag. If someone's asking you for money before you get to tour an apartment, huge red flag. If someone asks you to pay money through a gift card for an application fee, that is a major red flag.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
A Manorville man is just indicted for allegedly killing a homeless man on the street. Joseph Norton pleaded not guilty to chasing Timothy Stark across a busy intersection and then stabbing him to death. It happened during rush hour on Express Drive South in Medford last week. A memorial service for the victim is scheduled for noon on Saturday at Calvary Baptist Church in Medford. Norton is due back in court in September. In a guilty plea from a man accused of selling THC gummies to middle school students. Dozens of the kids were rushed to the hospital when it happened last year. They all attended William Floyd Middle School. Wilmer Castillo Garcia is expected to get 2 years in prison when he's sentenced in September. Riverhead Republican Chairwoman Tammy Robinkoff is facing a new charge of aggravated DWI in the crash you saw on your screen. The 60-year-old allegedly hit into parked cars, ran over a basketball hoop, and hit into someone's garage during Memorial Day weekend. Robinkoff pleaded not guilty. And one local grocery chain is planning to buy King Kullen. Now, if the deal goes through, Giunta's Meat Farms will acquire 24 King Kullen locations. It will also take over 4 Wild by Nature stores. Mind you, Stop and Shop tried to buy King Kullen a few years back, but that deal was called off. No employees, though, are expected to be laid off. And Lidl is recalling some of its sweets across the state. The grocery chain says its Iridanis shortbread cookies with chocolate truffle coating and apricot filling have been pulled because of undeclared ingredients. The packaging was missing wheat, soy, milk, and egg labels. Customers can bring the cookies back for a full refund. And more than 100 senior apartments are coming to Valley Stream. The village-owned parking lot at the corner of Hick Street and West Valley Stream Boulevard will be a 132-unit apartment building. The lot currently offers non-resident parking for the LIRR and is expected to close this fall. And it was a special birthday celebration for a Long Island woman today.
Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, Mary. Yeah, you're reading those candles correctly. Mary Papillon is turning 110 years old. And of course, she has some advice to share with us.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
If you don't use it, you lose it. Mary was born on August 3rd, 1916 in the Bronx and later moved to Central Islip. The great-great-grandmother was surrounded by family and friends at her big celebration. All right, let's take a quick look at tomorrow's weather to see how it is closing out the week. And look at this, we're actually dry. Wow, temps in the 80s, partly cloudy skies. We are not dealing with rain. And of course, we'll have that 7-day forecast for you later in the broadcast. Only in Newsday, a toxic downtown Sag Harbor property could be transformed into condos under a plan now being reviewed by the state. Newsday energy reporter Mark Harrington has more on this exclusive story.
Decades and decades ago, this whole area, this 1 acre site here and another acre site over here was the home of a former manufactured gas plant. And that was a place where the electric company used to boil coal in fuel, capture the gas and sell it locally for heating and lighting. The legacy of that operation is that there is 60 feet below the ground a massive plume of coal tar. About 15 years ago, National Grid, which owns the site now, cleaned up what is now a parking lot across the way here, went down about 15 feet deep, took out all the soil, a lot of water, carted it all away, and put fill here. But there's still 30 to 40 feet of coal tar beneath that. This site here was not remediated. This site was left out of that whole cleanup, and as a result, according to DEC's latest filings, there's volatile organic compounds. They found forever chemicals in water. It's just a place that has contamination throughout. There's a developer who's now seeking to knock down this building and a house next door and put up a 44-room condo facility here in place of what's here now, once he cleans everything up. So the state is reviewing that plan, and there's a meeting here in town in Sag Harbor in about a month to discuss that. They say that there's no risk to health right now. There's not a significant health risk to people walking through here. Most of it's underground. It's sealed off on a asphalt and things, but a lot of local people don't want a condo and are even more worried about them disturbing what is toxins locked away here for almost a century.
Read more of Mark Harrington's coverage on the construction plan over at Newsday.com. Only in Newsday, it washed ashore and quickly turned into Long Island legend. Macy Eglin has the mystery of the Montauk monster in this week's Picture This.
July 2008.
I mean, sweet God in heaven, what a story.
One of Long Island's biggest headlines.
This was viral before viral even existed.
A monster in Montauk.
First time I heard about it was when the phone started ringing off the hook. Everybody was calling in.
Because this had washed up on ditch plains out east. And now, nearly 2 decades later, the monster is still a mystery.
It was a combination of horror and a mystery story and a puzzle. Because looking at the thing, you didn't know what it was. You knew it was dead, thank God.
Only a few pictures and first-hand accounts of the creature exist, because as soon as it appeared, it was gone.
You had everybody's imagination and you had everybody's attention, not just on Long Island. This thing became a national story, and then it became, to my chagrin, an international story.
Everyone's speculating, what was it? A dog, an otter, a chupacabra, a Plum Island experiment gone wrong?
Everybody had an opinion. It was a warthog. It was some mammal that we had never seen before. And I remember somebody called in and said, you know, that thing looks just like my mother-in-law.
Once the remains mysteriously disappeared, so too did any definitive answers. So now all that's left is an educated guess.
Officials agree that this was a raccoon. They thought it might be a dog, maybe it was a possum, but it was a bloated raccoon with its upper jaw gone.
It had become such a sensation, Newsday decided to memorialize it.
So the thought was, hey, you know, if people are that interested in it, what can we do about it? You know, we used to do commemorative things, so the idea was, let's do a t-shirt. So one of the artists designed this t-shirt, and people actually bought it. It's weird that this mystery, this horror would bring Long Island together, but it did. The Montauk monster is forever. We're never going to forget the Montauk monster.
I mean, how could you? Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Macy Egland.
Right, here's what's up on Long Island. The best feast in the East takes over Glen Cove. Play games, enjoy rides, and eat your fill of delicious Italian food made by St. Rocco's famous nonnas. It's happening now through Sunday. And in my heart, see Grammy Award winner Rod Stewart. He's bringing his One Last Time tour to Jones Beach with special guest Richard Marx. The show starts Friday night at 7:30.
We're just here to say happy birthday. 24 hours to celebrate.
Saturday at Jones Beach, there's a show for the whole family. Kids Bop Live plays songs from their birthday concert event. The show starts at 6 p.m. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast to see how the weekend is shaping up. So tomorrow, gorgeous. Saturday, gorgeous, awesome. Sunday, it looks like we have some showers. Monday as well. Tuesday, Wednesday, we are dry. And Thursday, we have some rain. So it's a mixed bag next week. But this weekend, for sure, get outside.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Sun Nation Energy, helping Long Islanders save on their energy bills for over 20 years.
For more on the stories you've seen here today, head over to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. I'm Ken Bufa, Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
We cover everyone, from the mom and pop shops to the corporate giants on Long Island.
I'm passionate about digging for the truth. We're doing what nobody else does on Long Island.
My goal is to explain how major economic trends and policy changes impact the real estate market in your neighborhood.
If you want to know where your tax money is being spent, you should read Newsday.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.